Hi. Hi. I'm not going to stay on here long today, but I do want to touch on a couple of things that's happening in my dating experience this week or for the past couple of weeks. And I do want to touch on like the Megan Thee Stallion situation. So I'll give a couple minutes to let people come in and then I'll start. Rather you watch now or later, I appreciate it. So today I want to talk about, before I get into my own experience, I'm going to get into Megan the Stallion, the talk of the hot topic for the last couple weeks. So I wrote some notes down and I have major issues with what's going down. So I'm going to get into why I think she's getting a bad rap, especially from guys. So, in my opinion, when someone's single, dating, looking for love, husband, marriage, whatever, I know that guys are specifically looking for women that kind of have their own, women with nice bodies, face, that type of thing. In my opinion, I think that Megan Thee Stallion, is what guys look for in a woman. Like, she has her own money. She has a nice body, natural body from what is being said. And she's a pretty girl. So when her relationships don't work out, she's labeled a hoe. And I don't get that, because it's like, if a relationship, like, if she gets into several relationships and they don't work out, like, what is she supposed to do? Is she supposed to just stay single for the rest of her life, or should she move on as she has been? Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that carry that label, but is not treated as harshly as she is. Um, I had a conversation about her with a man. A man, just to get his opinion on the situation, and it was like really, 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 like, I was shocked at what he said, because the first thing he said was she was a hoe. And then he proceeds to say, the Tory situation and things like that. So I think that more is more playing on the Tory situation than what she's doing per se. So when I said, oh, well, if she's looking for love, why wouldn't she date until she finds her husband? Because I know other celebrities who had the whole title, who was also married. Like, I brought up the Kim K, and then I brought up the Amber Rose, who some people would consider a hoe, but was married. And he said, quote, that it's a double standard. Like, white women can do that, but black women can't. It's not accepted in our culture. And I didn't like that at all, because he said white women, I don't want to be explicit, but I'm going to tell you what he said. He said white women keep a dick in their mouth and know how to play their position, which is they are submissive, which I guess he's saying black women aren't. So I guess, in other words, he's saying, I guess if he's saying, like, if black women was to gobble dick and shut the fuck up, they would get married. Because white women seem to let, the man lead. And just kind of, in my opinion, I guess he was kind of saying, well, they kind of let them do what they want to do. And I don't feel like that's going to happen with black women. I mean, not saying all, but I'm just saying, for me per se, like, I don't feel like that's going to happen with us. But I was very disturbed, because I'm like, I doubt she's a gold digger. She has a nice shape. Why is she labeled a pass around? It's a lot of people out here that has been passed around, or has the label of pass around, but they don't get as much, they don't, they're not talked about as harshly as she is. So I just wanted guys to answer, comment that, if you, what should she do to change that appearance? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if she wouldn't have made her relationships public, maybe she wouldn't be labeled that way. Because a lot of people, when you're dating, you don't have to publicize it. Publicize it. That's probably why it looks like she's moving kind of reckless. But I feel like if a relationship doesn't work out, you're supposed to kind of move on if you're looking to get married or being a committed relationship. That's just my opinion. Men, y'all gonna take it different, and y'all may see it different, but that's just my opinion. So let's say, I don't understand why. Okay, let me see. I wrote some notes. Another thing, this is why I feel like, all, like, successful women get, um, I don't know how to say this, a bad rap, because I feel like, from what I understand, men need to feel needed and wanted. If they enter in a relationship with someone that doesn't really need them but just wants them, they feel like less than. Because it's like, what am I here for, is what I feel men feel. Like, what am I here for? If, in fact, you make your own money, you can buy your own things, you can pay your own bills. Like, men need to feel like needed in some capacity. And I get it. But it's like, if a woman cannot find a stable partner, she's left to depend on herself. So put she can't depend on a man wholeheartedly. Like, she can't depend on a man, because if things fail, relationship fail, then she's kind of out on her own. So that's why a lot of women are more independent, and don't need a man. But a man is definitely needed in a man is definitely needed in some capacity, but it's just not financially these days. Or, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm more of an independent person. I can say I don't need, like, a man is a want for me and not a need. And I don't know if that's how they're feeling, but I don't feel like I would put my faith in a man taking care of the household. I just feel like I just was raised differently. Like, my dad taught me kind of how to manage life on my own. So maybe that's hindering me from really finding someone, because I kind of depend on myself to go get what I need to get to take care of my family. Like, I guess that's why I'm not like desperately seeking a partner, which is probably not the best thing, but it's what it is. Maybe one day I will scale back and look for a relationship where, I don't know, I guess 50-50 may work, or like, but I just feel like from what I grew up at, like, I just wouldn't want a man to completely pay for everything, because you relinquish control, in my opinion. So 50-50, 70-30, like whatever it is, I just want to help in some way. I don't want him to fall onto 100% of the responsibility of the household. That's just me. Um, Another thing I want to talk about, and this is going to be brief because I just am not feeling that great, but I decided to come up here just to give my opinion on the Meg Thee Stallion situation and to share my own personal experience I've been going through this week. Um, with the dating app, I'm going to address a couple of people I know they watch. Um, so I'm just going to address some of you guys. Like, I didn't write it, I'm going to say it. I don't know in which podcast did I say I never had an orgasm before, or whatever the case was. Like, I wasn't sexually fulfilled. But there are, a few people who feel like they're the man for the job. Like, oh, I feel so bad you never had an orgasm. Let me help you out, and things like that. So I just want to address those men. I don't know in which episode I said that in, but that's not the complete truth. I don't want to specify what kind of orgasms I never had, but I definitely had orgasms, for one. For two, if you don't know me at all, at all, like, how can you guarantee to give me an orgasm? Like, I feel like if I'm not physically attracted to you, I'm not going to have an orgasm off rip. That's another thing. That's another thing. Um, but you don't even, you never had a conversation with me besides texting, and you're guaranteeing an orgasm, or guaranteeing to give me an orgasm, which is like not what's that's not going to happen. Because had I slept with every man that promised me an orgasm, I would have like no walls, and I would still be sitting here saying, oh, I never had an orgasm. Because I feel like maybe it's a man thing to say, like, oh, I can give you one, I can give you one, but that's not the truth, because every woman is different. And I feel like men don't take the time to get to learn each individual person Instead, I feel like you just kind of gap everybody into the woman category and they all like this and they all like that instead of trying to learn everybody individually. So with that being said, there's things that I like and don't like that most women do. But a lot of men don't know because they don't ask. They assume. So like I have to decline y'all's offer on give me an orgasm because first, I'm not attracted to y'all like that. Secondly, you ain't even trying to get to know me in order to build some type of bond. Whereas maybe if sexual experience happens, maybe an orgasm could happen for me. I mean, because most men are guaranteed them an orgasm off the rip, but women aren't. So I feel like, and I'm giving advice to the guys going forward, not just for me, for any woman. Everybody's not the same. Every woman is not built the same. Everybody may look the same but different color, but everybody is don't like the same things. So going forward, I would like the men to more so get to know each woman individually. Like women are, I feel like women are not sexual beings like men are. Like we're not ready to jump in the sack like on the first meeting or whatever. I don't know everybody. I'm just speaking generally. I think maybe if you show interest, go out, get to talking, women fall in love with, how can I say? Women fall in love with attention, consistency, things like that. Like you have to show us that you're really interested because we already know that, sex is, you're interested in the sex. Let us know that you're interested in getting to know us and learning our likes and dislikes before a sexual episode is about to happen. Women that's what women that's what gets women into the mood. So when that sex happens, an orgasm can happen because there's chemistry, there's, mental bond, that's emotional, that, it's all the elements of a great sexual escapade. Like, physical attraction is just one thing. Like emotional attraction and things like that is like deepens the bond to add for a better sexual experience. Um, uh, Again, I want to touch on another topic before I get out of here. This is going to be short and sweet, but I did want to touch on the double standard thing because that really kind of pissed me off a little bit. Because I didn't know that, if white women being hoes are more acceptable than black people being hoes. Um, why is that? And I know a lot of black women who play the position. I don't even know what that means really, but I don't know like what is play your position kind of let the man lead. Like I wouldn't mind letting the man lead if he was a successful person, but just anybody, if you can kind of see where the elements of the relationship for the man side is failing, I mean, I wouldn't want to then follow that person or let him lead me, I should say, if I know he's not strong enough to lead. Like, okay, yes, there's some strong men that, know what they're doing and kind of are successful to some degree, but you just can't let anybody lead you. Like any man can't lead. Every man can't lead until maybe it's shown that he's solid. So that's all I want to say today. But I do want to, before I leave, just thank the people who have liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate the support. And I appreciate all the love, because you're really helping me make a dream become a reality. Um, and I feel like if you see this if you see this video, when you view this video, especially for the guys, please comment, because I'm utterly confused as to what you guys are looking for. I don't know how you choose a wife. I don't know what you're looking for, because you label some girls as hoes and they're not marriage material. And then you marry someone and cheat with the hoes and wreck your whole household. So I'm like totally confused as to what you guys are kind of looking for in a relationship. So please comment, and I will be back probably next week. If I don't go live, I will definitely pre-record something and upload something. So thank you for watching.